Hi, my name is John Bike. I'm a student in the Writing with Purpose education class, and this is my part-to-speech media project. I was assigned pronouns, so this is my screencast on pronouns and why they're important and why you should use them in your writing. So I'd like to start off with the definition. What is a pronoun? A pronoun is any of a small set of words in a language that are used as substitutes for nouns or noun phrases and whose reference are named or understood in the context. That is the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of the pronoun. There are other definitions, but basically it is a word that can replace another word to make the sentence flow better, so that you don't repeat with the same names, like John did this, John does this, John does this, or insert different things like that, like my, stuff like that. This is a pronoun chart that shows the how to use the correct pronouns for different tenses. Down the left-hand side of the graph, you see it's first person, it goes down to second, and third person male, third person female, third person, first person plural, second person plural, third person plural. And then on the top of the right, it goes to the right, it goes subject pronouns, object pronouns, possessive adjectives, possessive pronouns, reflective pronouns. As you can see, if you go through each aisle, let's go through a few of them. So the first person is subject pronoun is I, and then me, and then my, mine, and myself. Second person is you. Those two are the same, subject and object pronouns. Possessive, it's your. Possessive pronouns, it's yours. And reflective pronouns is yourself, because you're talking about yourself. Notice all the reflective pronouns end in self. They go down to myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Notice the connection between the reflexive pronouns and how they end. So as you can see, the difference, so what's important about pronouns is we use them because our sentences don't want to look like run-ons of using the same subject all the time, like John does this, John does that. We can switch it. So for an example, I chose 3 sentences without pronouns and I fixed them using the correct pronouns. So for the first one, John likes to eat pizza because John thinks it's delicious. In the second one, Professor Needleman is a good teacher because Professor Needleman understands that some students learn in different ways. And the third one, Gabrielle and Lupe play soccer because Gabrielle and Lupe are able to run for a long time. And see, it's easy to look at those sentences and know that they don't roll off the tongue right. They don't sound right because you're just repeating what you're saying over and over again. So I fixed those with the correct pronouns. And the first one turns into John likes to eat pizza because he thinks it tastes delicious. The second one, Professor Needleman is a good teacher because he understands that some students learn in different ways. And the third one, Gabrielle and Lupe play soccer because they are able to run for a long time. They. Notice how each one, the first one, he, second one, he, and the third one, they. Notice how it makes a sentence run smoother and it's less repetitive. Now this is where you can practice. So if you're watching this video, you can practice. So I would like you to pause the video. So I'd like you to fill in the blanks with the correct pronoun or change the sentence with the correct pronouns to make it right. So I'd like you to pause the video, write out the sentences, and fill in the blank or change the sentence to make it correct using the correct pronouns. And when you're done, unpause the video and look at the next slide to see if you're right. So for the first one, I have not been exercising enough lately. I think I need to start riding blank bike more. The second one, Pete got Pete's mirror and Pete looked at Pete. The third one, John tried his best to play baseball, but John was just not good at it. Fourth one, Brandon and Tanner hit a lot after practice because blank want to be the best that blank can be. So pause the video, write out the sentences in the correct way, and when you're done, unpause the video and look at the next slide. Now that you've written out all the answers the correct way, here's the answer sheet. Number 1, I have not been exercising enough lately. I think I need to start riding my bike more. We were talking about myself, I. So it's possessive, so it's my bike. So that is the correct pronoun there. Pete got his mirror and he looked at himself. That flows a lot better than saying Pete got Pete's mirror and Pete looked at Pete. That doesn't sound right. This way it is way more clear and concise and it just flows better. The third one, John tried his best to play baseball, but he was just not that good at it. Notice how he sounds better than saying John twice. And for the fourth one, Brandon and Tanner hit a lot after practice because they want to be the best that they can be. If I had said Brandon and Tanner hit a lot after practice because Brandon and Tanner want to be the best that Brandon and Tanner can be, it'd be a long and boring sentence, and it would honestly lose the attention of whoever's reading it because when we're writing, we're trying to keep our reader's attention, and run-on sentences that use the same subject over and over again, they do a bad job at keeping the reader's attention. So pronouns can help you do that for sure. So I hope you learned a little bit from my pronoun video, and I'd like you to comment what can be changed and what needs to get better. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.